Welcome back. Um, as you can see, we got a few new things here for the channel. We got a nice little mic, um, and we got a tripod. So both hands are free. You'll be able to check this stuff out. What we're going to do today, obviously, we're in the shop. Little remote. Turn this on so I don't have to be up here hitting the buttons. But with the mic, it's going to allow me to be wherever I want to be, and as you can see, I'm clearly on the other side of the truck, and it should be nice and clear. So a few things we're going to do today. We got to clean the truck up a little bit. Let's see if we can get some shots of that. That stuff's a little dirty, just needs a quick wipe down. Where is that? Bam. Guess it's over there for you guys. Our visor needs a good wipe down. But this tripod's going to help. So when we're loading, now we can do this stuff, and I can activate you guys from there, and you guys can actually see what I do. But when we're doing, before we picked up that last load, we were in the shop, and we noticed I had a random high beam fault come on. And these are the high beams that were in the truck when I got it, made by Fahren, F-A-H-R-E-N. These things are so bright, brightest LEDs I've had. These were in the truck when I got it, and we had a high beam fault come up. First time it ever happened, and there's a little bit of rub mark on this. So I think what happened, because when we plugged it back in, we started monkeying with the wires, we could get it to turn back on. I think it was just unsecured and bouncing. So you got to make sure the lights, remember I was saying before, everything on a big rig has to be secured over the top because of the bouncing. You know, the roads are getting so bad that everything needs to be tied down super tight. So we threw in just a regular halogen bulb just to, make a DOT. And I ordered these, brand new set, right off Amazon. They were like $40, nothing crazy. And so those have been here, and then I got this mic and this tripod all in the same order, all came on the same day. So today what we're going to do is put the new high beams in. I'll show you guys how to do that, which is nice because now you guys can actually watch while I work. And I don't have to scream, so that's going to be nice. Other than that, maybe we'll do some greasing. I just got to wipe the truck down a little bit, clean it up. It's filthy. I just kind of rode her hard and put her away wet quick when I got back here, and just turned around. I've been home since Thursday afternoon. It's Monday now. We do have a load we're picking up tomorrow. That's why we're here. We spent all weekend with home and the kids and the family. Picking up right in the town I live, and it's going to Ohio. It's like $1,500. It's paying like $3 something a mile. Nothing crazy. I think we're picking up some doors for a manufacturer. So nothing too crazy about that. Haven't figured out where we're going after that, but hopefully we'll get some good video, and hopefully this will help, and maybe you guys like this, maybe you don't, I don't know. But let's get on these headlights, get this done, and the nice part is I can stop the video from right here. All right, well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do these headlights quick. So I'm going to pop these latches, and we'll get her opened up. And I'll show you, I've seen some guys do this a couple different ways, and I've seen guys do it, I want to call it the wrong way. I don't like how they did it. And you'll see what I mean here in a minute. I'm going to bring you guys in closer. Let's get you right on that. All right, so what you can see is there's a tab here, there's a tab here, tab here, tab here, there's a push tab here. With this screw, I see some guys like busting these out and like pushing this way down and pulling on it, and all you're doing is messing this up. This is the main screw you need to take out. If it's that hard to get out, I'm going to suggest what you can see. There's like sand. As the tire rotates, it's slinging stuff up here, and stuff does get in here. I wish there was a better way for this to be mitigated, but this is the way the manufacturer makes it. This is the one screw. So if this gets dirty, I recommend each time you pull this out, wire brush this up and hit it with some anti-seize. It's just one little nut you're sliding in there. So we'll set that back here out of the way for now. But all this does is slide down. So this is like a hook. You push in, and the whole thing will slide down right out of the way. See what I'm saying? It's just a little hook. Guys are like trying to bust this stuff off, and the more you tweak this, the more you're allowing stuff to get it down in here with the where the high beams and the low beams and everything sits. So let's see if we can get you in here a little bit closer. Get a little bit better angle. And we gotta get you over this way a little bit. Okay, so this is gonna be our low beam, our high beam, and we have marker lights in here that they're called, we call them Bluetooth marker lights. It's just a twist and a pull out. These are the LEDs I put in. Your connections are made right here inside the box. There's no wires to the lights. So that's kind of goofy. I've never seen something like that before. You just push them in, twist, clean those connections, obviously. And then, you know, here's our cap. Make sure everything looks good, nothing's busted. We're going to pull out our high beam here. This is our temporary high beam. So we'll get that out of our way. I think that's just a click and pull. And try not to touch the bulb. It does ruin these bulbs. I'm going to go unpackage the other bulbs. We'll get them out, and I'll bring you for that. Some things we got to put on here, probably some dielectric grease in the connections. A lot of guys, I see some guys don't use it. Some guys do. Some live by it. I live by it. It's nice to have. Keeps the moisture out and keeps corrosion out. So let's go over by the bench. Okay, like I said, try not to touch any of these. High beams on this 579 are 9005. I believe our low beams are H11 or H13. They come in a nice little box. You know, there's your connection. So what we want to do, dielectric grease. This is the stuff you want. Put a little in here. You can adjust the flow. It says max or min. Open it up just a little bit. Squirt a little bit on the tabs. I put the prong right inside the hole. Put it in there and hit the trigger as I pull it out. If you can see that, what that does, that puts a nice little gob in there. Okay? So we're going to go over, make sure we got, we're going to go over and make sure we got the right connections, because it says if it doesn't turn on, turn it around. Turn the plug around and then plug it in. You may have your polarities reversed, your positive and negative. So we're going to hook it up there, make sure it works, and then start securing stuff. So let's go back over there, and we'll repeat this for the other side as well. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone and turned on my high beams right now. So we want to secure this bulb so it's not touching anything. One less thing to worry about. Just gotta find the right location. I think we got her. I'm gonna go ahead and guess. Probably got to flip it around. And go. Okay. It's nice and tight. Our high beam's on. We are gonna secure that down quick. They do give zip ties in the little package, so we're gonna secure that up. This little box here, we're going to put this in here. I'm going to try to secure it up the best I can, maybe up to one of these posts on the side here, just to help it from flopping around. So pretty simple. Once we're done, we're just going to put the cap back on, slide the plastic back in, anti-seize that screw. You know, this is just a snap lock here with a threaded end on the back, and then that's it. So hopefully that helps some of you guys. It's pretty simple, but you'd be surprised how many guys screw that up. So I'll get at you after we're done with both sides. So even better yet, they come with little sticky pads. And what I did is I took the control box, put the sticky pad on the back of that, and that cover that goes over the light, stick that to the back of the cover inside. Perfect. 100% secured. Ain't bouncing around. Everything's nice and sealed up. So I'm going to get to the other side quick, and I'll give it to you then. All right, well, we got new hole in the shirt from the hood thing. A little tight up there right now. We brought this over. This one's still good. As you can see, though, it was just bouncing around in there. So we're going to save that just as a backup. But you can see the inside of the cover here. Let me see if I get some light. The inside of the cover here, it's nice and flat. We're just going to clean that up, and that sticky pad will go right in there. Bam. It's going to be the way this gets done. Works out good for this side. Should work good out for the other side. So we'll knock this out quick and get the other side done. Turn the lights on, make sure everything works. And then we're done with the lights for today. We got to do cleanup. She's dirty. So I'll get to it. And voila, there's your headlights, high beams. Everything works perfect. On to the next one.